Happy Tuesday. I'm definitely ready. This is probably one of the biggest Tuesday releases I've seen in a long time, or Wednesday releases, whatever. New comic book day releases, massive list of stuff coming out. There's some cool stuff to talk about. We're going to get into it. Run the weekly giveaway, got some cool bonus prizes. So check the super chat goal and all that good stuff. Hit the thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't already. Let's go. So I'm excited to dive in, excited to get into it. If y'all ever just had one of those days where you're just on, like life is working out. There's nothing major going on, nothing big. I got the Masters tournament coming up soon, but everything seems to be in working order for the most part to be prepared for that. Woke up early this morning, kind of just, got moving. The kids did fine. Just there's no obstacles in today. Like blessed, people say it, hashtag blessed. It just feels like that kind of day. Nothing but positive vibes for this Tuesday. I hope everyone else is having a good Tuesday. Let's see some thumbs up if you guys are having a good Tuesday so far. And while y'all type those thumbs up in there, let me know. Don't forget, check out Big Time Collectibles website, social medias, all that. The big comic convention called C2E2 is right around the corner. So they got some cool exclusive variant comic books coming up for that. They do make some of them available on their website in case you can't attend the con. There is an allocated small amount that you can get your hands on. And if you need anything cleaned or pressed, look no further. Justin Comics has got you covered. He can even submit to the grading services for you, CGC, CBCS. It's a one-stop shop. Justin's open for business. And don't forget, the channel membership is a thing. It's a great way to support the channel. All the revenue that comes in through that goes right back into it. It gets you the loyalty badges next to your name. It gets you access to those custom emojis, also invites to members-only streams, as well as early access to videos in the Legion tier and your name on the wheel for the Legion Loot prize, the once-a-month banger prize, which I think I made it available yesterday, but there's a video that'll come out next week that shows you what some of the stuff that's going to be in the March Legion Loot. I try to plan them ahead of time so that they can kind of be themed for what's happening and what's going on. And I think I pulled a good one for this month. I think it's in good standing. And I got big plans for April. I got something like it's going to entertain me. 99.9% of everything that I do is for my entertainment. And it's just always a bonus if other people can be entertained as well. But I'm leaning into heavily doing something for my entertainment for April. I'm really excited to share it with folks. And I'm sure the channel members will appreciate it if I can pull it off. And don't forget that ABX Comics and Games, my local comic shop, is a sponsor of today's video and every Tuesday's video. And if you don't have a shop to pick up comic books, they got you covered. They have a mailing list you can get set up so you don't miss out on any new books. And big shout out to them because today's giveaway is brought to you by ABX Comics and Games. We have the brand new Zatanna issue number 2, David Nakayama. Goodness gracious, that's a cool cover. And the big one for today, we've all been waiting for it. It is here. This is the week. This week right here is the week where the absolute DC universe expands. We've had the absolute Trinity here for a while with Superman, Batman, and Wonder Woman. They've all been bangers, but now they expand it, and it all starts with Absolute Flash, issue number 1 by Jeff Lemire. This is the Virgin variant foily goodness. I always try to bring a little variety with the lovely lady covers of foils, and we got both. Foil, lovely lady goodness, both. So one lucky winner is going to walk away with these books. And if we hit the super chat goal for today, we'll have some bonus prizes in there. Of course, I got the Ollie's packs refilled, so that'll be an option. And I bought a bunch of collected volumes. So I think we've got like Aquaman, Superman, Batman, and Alan Moore Swamp Thing collected volumes. So if we hit that super chat goal, whoever wins can pick their pick of one of the 5 prizes. And then, of course, we'll throw in the stickers and the trading cards and all that good stuff like we always do. So we'll be doing all that. And I do want to let everyone know I'm super duper excited about this. I put it in my 2025 goal video that I would love an opportunity to work with DC Comics again in partnership, doing a video like I did last year for their DC Finest collection. And they reached out to me like pretty quick into the year, and I've had a video done and finished for them for a while, and it's finally hit the point where they were wanting to release it. So if you're a channel member in the Legion tier that gets you the early access, you saw where this video went up for viewing days ago, but it'll be officially out later this week. And I'm excited for it. It was fun to make. I appreciate the opportunity from DC. So make sure you have the notification bell on. When this video posts, I would love some feedback on it, because that's what they're ultimately looking for, to get the word out about the DC video and get some feedback from some people that watch it and stuff. Not feedback about the video, but about the topic of the video. So the last one that I did on the DC Finest collection, thank you guys so much. A lot of people watched it. A lot of people left some comments, and DC's been rocking and rolling with those, and they're really great volume. So I'm interested to see people's take on the topic of the new video that'll be out tomorrow afternoon at 2 p.m. Unless you're a channel member in the Legion tier, then you have access to it already. And lastly, something very special this week. I do the DC Deep Dive on Sector's channel every Monday morning, and you can find him linked in the description. But we're doing a live primetime special this Thursday at 8:30 p.m. on his channel. And we'll be talking with Jeremy Adams, the current writer of Green Lantern and Aquaman. This is his third time hopping on stream and hanging out with us and talking about the projects. We had him on when he was working on Flash, and we had him on when he took over Green Lantern. Now that he's on Aquaman, we're having him back. So big thank you to Jeremy Adams for taking time out of his busy day to come hang out with us and talk comic books. So I hope everybody can make it. As always, Paul will have some really cool giveaways on that stream as well. So set your calendars for Thursday night. All right. So that was a lot. That was a lot to go over in the beginning. I appreciate everybody hanging in there like swimwear. Let's say hey to the chat. We got Lisa popping in. Happy Tuesday to you. Always good to see you. Taco Tokusatsu Transformer Tuesday. A lot of words there, Scotty. I appreciate you. What is going on? We got Pop's Attic in the building. What is going on? See, those are those custom emojis you get access to with channel membership. We are, in fact, Legion. Well, Board, good to see you in here. And that's me reminding you to do the stuff and things. The adventurous one, Joseph Michaels. It's time to get absolute. We are Legion Mother Huggers. It is. Let's do it. Faith and Misery. What is going on, homie? Good to see you in here. J Med, happy DC Day to you, my good friend. Stephen with a C is in the building. A1 from day one, channel member from Square One. Always love seeing you in here, my good friend. Brian LCS, happy Tuesday to you. And congratulations to Brian on fully funding and closing out his second Kickstarter for his very own comic called The Doctor. The Doctor. And we got Stephen with a C dropping it early. $2 super chat saying, let's get this going. All right, let's go. Not DC at all, but I love Tron Legacy. I love Tron. Tron's just fantastic. So we get a Tron clip in there today. Happy DC Day, everyone. What is going on? I have Comic Issues is in the building. Hello, everyone. Glad to hear your day is going well, Mark. Yeah, me too. Me too. I hope yours is as well. It's a good day. Good day. Evil's Comics, what's up? Thumbs up. There we go. Thumbs up. There we go. We got some good days in here. Dead Man Comic Cover Show. What is going on, homie? My Tuesday's almost over, but it was a nice sunny day. Cold but sunny. There we go. There we go. We got some good days in here. We got Evil saying hey to folks. Marty, what's going on? Happy Tuesday to you. Let's see. The one, the only Brother John's Comics. What is happening? What's good, brother, sister? Yo, I've been talking to T-Dubs, and we've got to think of a time and day to get together on his channel, whatever channel, just talk Severance. Severance. Wow. I watched the most recent episode last night, and I had no clue what day the show actually airs. So Friday will be the season finale of season 2. Holy potatoes, that show is fantastic. Holy smokes. We got Lisa dropping 3 thumbs up. There we go. Will it be Flash or trash? Find out today. At least get my opinion on. No spoilers, but I have read it. I've read almost everything from this week at this point. DC-wise, the only thing that I haven't read that's on my pull list is World's Finest. I'm excited to read that. We're returning to the Atlantis story. Always fun when we get to travel to Atlantis. Speaking of giveaways, thank you everyone for picking prize number 4 for me last week. That Aquaman Volume 1 trade paperback is so good. How have I not read this story before the New 52? Yo, a lot of people, everyone knows who Aquaman is. Everyone. Me and Finn were even watching an old Mr. Beast video yesterday where he was like underwater at an aquarium thing, and the little camera stick he was holding, he was like holding it, sitting there going, I'm Aquaman. Like, Like everyone knows who Aquaman is. Not a lot of people, not enough people know how awesome Aquaman is. And that Jeff Johns run is a shining example of how awesome Aquaman is. And the current Jeremy Adams run is insane already. We're only 3 issues in. Insane. Like he is definitely on the Jeff Johns trajectory with his career. Cliff throwing them hearts. Get them hearts. Get them hearts. White Tiger Triple C. Cool Comic Collected. Ruby G is in the building. Good to see you, homie. Oh, look at you looking all shiny. Looking all shiny. Alan Rue, good to see you in the chat since you couldn't grace us with your presence at the bookstore today. I know you're busy, got a busy day, but always good to see you, homie.
Almost stuff is in her bag.
Where's your bag? Hanging where it always is? Okay. Yep. Got it covered. Yeah, I appreciate that, Marty. Reminding everyone to hit the like button. We'll check out the video tomorrow. There you go. There you go. Or hit that join button. You can check it out today. Let's go. Adams is the man. Yeah, he's fantastic. Like ridiculously good. Live action Japanese. Oh, okay. That makes a little bit of sense now. I'm not up to speed on my live action Japanese superhero stuff. I watched the American version of Power Rangers. Shout out to Jason David Frank. There we go. Got those custom emojis going. Got those rocking and rolling. And seeing that, see, they pop up is just like how I built them into YouTube. They don't show on the StreamYard end, but the F Cancer thing reminds me that Comics Curing Cancer is coming up fast. I hope everybody's following all that stuff on the Instagram page or the Facebook page for it. And we'll also be at Heroes Con. We're getting everything, a lot of moving parts, getting everything lined up for that. Blanketed hello. There you go. That's the way to do it. Did you know Tron was in Voltron? In the name, yes. In the actual show, no. What's going on, TJ? We got Flash by Night comments in here. Hello, hello. Hey, Christina, how are you today? I dig that Jeff Lemire Flash cover. I'm not a fan of it, to be honest with you. The goofy one with him waving, it's a 1:25 ratio variant. Clayton Crane got the 1:50 as well as a standard, I think, C cover or something like that. But having read it, the Jeff Lemire one makes even less sense. Even less sense. It's just, I don't know. It's weird. Severance has been phenomenal. Invincible was fantastic. And Wheel of Time dripping hella strong. There we go. There we go. I've got to get caught up on Invincible one day. I don't know. Did Mark say it's always fun to travel to Atlanta? You didn't hear me say that. You didn't hear me say a word like that. Not one word in that sentence is accurate. Not one. Entourage used to talk about Aquaman movie. Yeah, they were actively working on it. They cut like that little trailer with him on the dock and everything, right? That was wild. Aquaman has been my pocket pal for days now. The 1/18th scale on Spin Master. Yeah, I've seen you posting the pictures and stuff. That's been pretty fun. Yeah, that's been pretty fun. Finn has that same one. He's got that one, the blue suit one, Orm, the little divers, the hammerhead shark one. He's got a lot of those Spin Master ones. I think it was the adventurous one. Joseph Michaels put out the heads up a while back. Like he did a video saying, yo, check your Walmart clearance sections. A lot of the inventory is moving, and I did and was able to snag them up. Remember to She-Hulk, smash that thumbs up. That would be very helpful. Thank you so much. And let's go ahead and pull up the comics for this week. But before we do that, I'll get that rocking. Did everybody see the rumor mill going yesterday that Colin Farrell is reportedly in talks to play the lead character, Sergeant Rock, in the upcoming DC film, Sergeant Rock? Thought that was interesting. I thought that was super interesting. You know, we have Colin Farrell in the massively successful Penguin show, but he's unrecognizable in face or voice or anything. What's everyone's thoughts on the possibility of Colin Farrell portraying Sergeant Rock? It went from Daniel Craig, who ended up not working out. Then the rumors out there that they were looking at casting that young man who's the lead of that TV show called The Bear about cooking. And now Colin Farrell. Very interesting. Very interesting. Phenomenal actor, though. I don't know. I'm not necessarily for it or against it. It's just kind of leaving me perplexed. Let me get signed into this account over here. We'll pull up the books for today and take a look at how awesome this week is. Ridiculously awesome. Bring it to the stage. There we go. Yep, that was me that informed everyone about those clearance Aquaman figures. I'm watching Invincible season 2 because everyone is loving season 3. It's okay. Hopefully, season 3 is worth it. Yeah, I bailed in season 2. Nothing against it. It's just one of those things that I watch an episode and a week goes by and I never remember to watch the next one. And then next thing you know, season 3 is ending. That fast. Time just flies by. Isn't Colin Farrell the guy that was an elf in the movie Elf? Yeah, that's him. That's him. Saturday Night Live, Elf, Talladega Nights. Speaking of TV shows, Monarch season 2 just wrapped all its filming. Yeah, I pointed that out last week, I think. That's going to be awesome. I'm very excited for that. Very excited for that. Love season 1. If it wasn't for Monarch, I wouldn't be addicted to Apple TV today. But they got some great stuff on there. Colin Farrell, very, very good actor. Has a big span of types of characters he can play. Agreed. What is going on, Joffrey Castro? How are you today? And to the point, like Matt Reeves' Batman Epic Crime Saga is not in continuity with the DCU, despite it needing to be. There's really no reason in the world that it shouldn't be, other than Matt Reeves wants to tell his story uninterrupted. But yeah, I think it's fine. They're completely separate. It's going to confuse the general audience. I think at this point, like just as a blanket statement, none of these superhero movies need to be made with the expectation of $1 billion. None of them. Like that's such a high watermark. There's not a lot of movies that have pulled it off. A lot of movies come out and a lot of movies don't pull it off. And it's almost gotten to the point where if something doesn't pull like $1 billion, people clown it. And if studios are investing in these films thinking, all right, this is going to be $1 billion hit, that's crazy. I mean, that's like super crazy. When it happens, celebrate it. But a $500 million box office needs to be a financial win for a studio. They got to get their stuff in order. The days and the craze of the superhero movie genre is not going anywhere, but the level of hype, the guarantee that came with it for years is gone. That's gone. Focus and play to and aim for your fan base, budget properly, and you should be fine. There's no reason that these movies shouldn't still be printing money for these companies, but yeah, I hope it all works out for them. The Star Wars franchise is in shambles. Lord of the Rings franchise ain't looking great these days at Amazon. The MCU is like that dog from In Living Color that the guy carried and just drug around on the leash, the dead dog. And man, I'm very optimistic. I'm very hopeful for the DCU. But man, they got a lot of goodwill to earn back from the fans. Got a lot from the general audience, at least. I mean, there's DC diehards out there like myself that are going to watch it no matter what. Praise it or be critical of it. Either way, we're going to watch it. Very, very interesting to see if Colin Farrell can pull off multiple DC universes on the silver screen at the same time. How that'll play for a general audience. Just confuse them with this whole Elseworld stuff, a DC universe and an Elseworld universe on screen. Kind of getting into the weeds right at the beginning. We'll see how it plays out, though. We're getting close. Tell you what, though, the comic side of things are absolutely crushing it right now. Absolutely crushing it right now. Blowing my mind with how good just comics are across the board. Not counting Marvel. I wouldn't know. I only read like 3 titles from Marvel. But Batman Absolute issue number 6 out this week. How many people in the chat are pulling this book or at least reading it? Whether you're reading it digitally, getting a physical copy. This is the number 1 selling book of 2024. Book is constantly number 1 on the list every time it comes out. All the Absolute titles chart in the top 10. Probably charting like the top 7 or something. They're crushing it numbers wise. Just dunking on the competition. Alan Rue is pulling it and reading it. The Comic Vikings not missing out on this title. Out of the Absolute titles, and I say this every time, it's important to point it out that all of them are high praise for me. All of them are big time recommendations from me. Out of those, this is my least favorite. It's still one of my favorite monthlies that I'm pulling out of my whole pull list, but Man, issue 5 was fan-flippin-tastic. Fan-flippin-tastic. I feel like we started getting into the grit of it, like really the grit of it. Got past some of the goofy, gimmicky stuff with the Batmobile and blah 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 transforming, and we got to like just like gritty Batman on a rooftop against goons kind of thing. Issue 6, we saw how it ended with Batman like having to be beat up, tore up, barely escaping with his life from the Black Mask's goons. We saw Black Mask's plan to lay out all the weapons around the city everywhere, dump the mask, the party animal masks everywhere, and just demand for chaos, and he'll pay everyone to burn it all down. Man, it picks up and it's just running right from there with this issue. Not getting into spoilers, but oh my goodness, I enjoyed this issue. It kept that shock value that we've had with Absolute Batman from issue 1. And that's what this title does differently than Superman or Wonder Woman or even Flash. This has that Batman AF shock value to it. And dude, like Snyder pulled out some cool stops. What he pulls out, I'm like, I was not expecting that, but it feels very on brand and it was smooth. I absolutely dug this issue. High recommendation. What it do, comic fan? Best DC show on YouTube, hands down. You listening, DC? They are. Luckily, they are. Talked about it earlier in the video. Don't miss out my second partnership video with DC Comics out tomorrow. Unless you're a channel member, then it's available now. Big shout out to Eman, my man, 40 months strong as a channel member. I love you, my dude. I appreciate you. Evil Mike is digitally reading. I have comic issues, says he's got it. There we go. Well, bored jumping in. I think Sergeant Rock should be played by someone who's close to active duty sergeant age. No offense to its old guys. Yo, I completely agree. It would be cool. It would be cool, right? And man, we can get into some of that with like the age casting stuff across the board at DC, but it's a little all over the place from what I would picture in my mind. I mean, they got a plan. They know what they're doing based off what they want to do, but kind of like my mind's eye, how I envision some of these characters based on the stories that I read. Some of it's a little here, some of it's a little there. Deadman said, still getting the absolutes. Still prefer soups, though. Yeah, Superman is my favorite title out of the 4 of them now. Now there's 4. That last issue of Superman, holy smokes, what an issue. Going home to Small, or going to Smallville, not going home to Smallville, but going to Smallville in issue number 6. I'm excited to see what they do with that. Oh, I do not think Will Ferrell would make a good Sergeant Rock. Every movie I've seen him in is goofy. Absolutely agree. He's a good comedy actor, though. Man, when he does a serious role, what was it called? Oh, my God. Strange Fiction with him. Oh, that was good. WB, yee! Actually, Wonder Woman. That one is crazy. Yeah, Wonder Woman is fantastic, dude. It's number 2 on my list. Absolute Wonder Woman for the win for me. Hope the next story arc is as good as the first. Dude, wasn't it something special? That was something unique and special. For me, Absolute Wonder Woman is better. Got a lot of Wonder Woman fans in here. I'm loving it. Question, where did Bruce get all of the money that he would need to make Batmobile and convert from truck to a car? Yo, man, that's something that we don't have the answer for yet. You know, we see how he's gained his knowledge. We see that, and like, but as far as actually like buying one of those like industrial size dump trucks from a construction site or stealing it from the lot or what, we don't have those details yet. I was felt made to think that like a lot of this stuff was like you know, he made it in a cave with a box of scraps kind of thing, but some of this stuff is just, I mean, it's too large scale, right? Like I can get like armoring up a motorcycle or throwing some metal plates on a car, but he's doing like some big boy stuff. So we're still yet to see where the funding comes from. I got to tell y'all, the last page of this book will leave everyone scratching their head. Everyone. No exception. Nobody is going to read this and see that last page and not be wanting to talk about it or immediately be hungry for the next issue, which the next issue, they're introducing Mr. Freeze. I think it's going to be a solo, not a solo, but it's just a one issue story, kind of like a, you know, like taking 5, like catch your breath from the first story arc wrapping up. And let's take a look at this little other angle of Gotham or Batman, Bruce, whatever. But Mr. Freeze will be involved in it. So I'm excited for that. But that last page, ooh wee, I didn't know what I was looking at. I didn't know where they were going with this, or man, I was not expecting it. That caught me off guard. That last page is something. I would assume sleeping at his construction site and saving his money. He definitely saving money, that's for sure. Throwing my name in the absolute Wonder Woman hat. There we go. Maybe Bruce is using mask technology. Somebody's using it. How much of Bruce don't have money came from the creators versus fans pushing the narrative? I don't know. That's a very good point. Ain't nowhere does it say this man's broke. He comes from a family still of means. His mom is still like the deputy mayor. Like there's nothing about him that says he has no money. He's just not that. He's not a billionaire playboy. We ain't seen that playboy side of him. So I guess that's a really good point, TJ. No one said he's broke. We got circumstances in the building. Good to see you, homie. How are you today? Hope you're doing good. All right, so Absolute Batman, of course, got some cool variants in there. Frank Quietly's got a variant, which is pretty interesting because Frank Quietly did a variant for Absolute Superman that I have still not seen in the wild or anywhere. It ended up being a MegaCon exclusive, but Frank Quietly is one of those artists that I really enjoy their work. Did a lot of stuff on Jupiter's Legacy, All-Star Superman. Just a fantastic artist. Let's get back to these new comics. What's next? Got Absolute Batman and then another one. This is like a sleeping giant of a title right here. Detective Comics. We got the All-In era. I think this is like the 4th or 5th installment now that we're in the All-In era since Tom Taylor has taken over the writing of the title. We've been dealing with this big corporation that has unlocked the key to de-aging. Not de-aging, but stop aging, rejuvenate yourself a little bit, which is great because for the past couple of years, they've been playing into this Batman that's kind of like, I'm getting older, I'm getting broken, I got to rely on the Bat family more, but I hate asking for help. Kind of got old and beat up. He was not exactly as formidable as he once was. Well, now because of this storyline, we're back to that. He took the potion, not a potion, but he went in for the treatment to get close to him to see what's up with the to find out more about it. But now he's back to like a proper working body. All the broken bones don't ache him no more. His muscles not wearing out. But in the process of this, there's this new villain called Asthma that he's trying to track down. There's also this running side story about Joe Chill that was super interesting that they told, I think it was the 2nd issue since Tom Taylor took over, where we found out that years and years before the murder of his parents, Thomas Wayne, the doctor, saved Joe Chill in a hospital room. And Bruce found out about this, and it's kind of messing with his head. He's kind of questioning his ethics code, the no-kill policy. He's reevaluating and thinking, is life valuable at its most fundamental level? Is all life precious? Is there exceptions to it? Is it just inherent? He's got a lot of questions. Luckily, he has some people he can lean on outside of the immediate Bat family that he doesn't have to ask for their help because they come to him knowing when he's hurting. This is a good issue. Every issue of this has been good. I'm not a diehard Tom Taylor fan when it comes to ongoing titles. I dropped Nightwing. Superman Son of Kal-El was meh, but his Elseworld stuff is always fire. So I was really on the fence with this one, especially after the most recent run on Titans he took, which was god-awful. This is fantastic. Every bit of this comic from open to shut is great. Each installment in this run has been. I think more people need to make sure they're picking this up. Detective Comics flies under the radar all the time, too often. I don't understand how it does, why it does, but it does. The main Batman title gets all the attention, all the goofy, unnecessary first appearances that kind of promote and help sell it, all the event tie-in issues. It's really affected by the market more than Detective Comics is. Detective Comics is consistently telling fantastic stories all the time. And this is no exception. Highly recommend jumping on Tom Taylor's Detective Comics run. It's way better than that last bit of Chip Zdarsky's Batman run was. But hey, Jeff Loeb and Jim Lee, next issue of Batman, Hush 2 starts. That's going to be a huge deal for DC Comics. I think they're like tracking in like the 400 million something pre-sales. I have to go back and double check, but it was ungodly the number of pre-sales for Hush 2 kicking off. And it looks like we got another super chat working our way there.
More blood. Go get it.
We got JSS Brooklyn dropping the $1.99 super chat. Afternoon to you, my good friend. That's 2 out of 5. 2 out of 5 of getting to the prize. We're almost there. Phil Ailing, good to see you today. Hello, hello. See if anyone else popped in. Best day of the week. Flo Dameron, what's up, homie? Good to see you in here. Hello, hello. All right, back to the list here. Let's see. So that takes us through Detective Comics, through Batman. Nightwing 124 is out this week. Not one on my pool, not one that I can speak to, but I'm getting a lot of positive feedback from the people that are reading it. I believe that Dan Waters is writing it now, and people have been really excited with it, which is really cool to think because of how iconic and how many awards that last run won. When you change up from what people are so used to, it's good to hear that it's keeping that high praise. But yeah, issue number 124 of Nightwing, Reckless Pursuit, out this week. And here's a big one for the week. This is the one that everyone's waiting for, right? Everyone's going to be picking this up. No one's skipping this, right? Drop a comment. Let me know. Are you pulling Flash number 1? Absolute Flash number 1. Are you reading it? Yes or no? Who's getting it? Speaking of Super Chat, I heard a rumor that many of the dead Big Lot stores are becoming Ollie's. I hope my store is one of those. That's wild. That'd be pretty cool. Ollie's moving in and renting some of those locations. The right size store for an Ollie's, that's for sure. I was not excited about Hush 2, but the more I learn, the more I'm interested in getting it. Yeah, I was wondering if it's something that I needed or not, but I'm pulling Batman anyways. We gotta wait for me to get done with this, then I will. I was excited that they did not do Hush 2 as a separate standalone entity. Just like the first time they did Hush, it's just, if you're pulling Batman, you got it. It's on your pull list already. That was the best thing they could have possibly done for it. Comic Viking thinks he's skipping Absolute Flash. That's crazy. Not skipping Absolute Flash, you silly man. You're getting it, Alan. We got Trev the Shipping Guru in here. Afternoon. Oh my goodness, you got more. Good to see you in here, Trev. Hope you're doing good today. I look forward to a store that has thousands of Marvel action figures. Yeah, they got them. If you're into Doctor Strange, Eternals, or female figures, they got you covered. Phil said, love the Flash. Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. Jeff Lemire is writing it. Let's see. I have Comic Issues is getting it. AR, what's going on? Aggressively Relaxing. Good to see you. You're trying to break my hand?
I'm trying to turn your way.
Okay, you're turning it. You're doing good. Marty said, I'll grab the first issue. Hopefully it makes me want to pull it. Cosmic One says, absolutely getting it. Faith and Misery said, Flash One, definitely a pickup. 4.99 super chat from Flo Dameron. Absolute Flash dropping a review tomorrow on my channel. So we'll get Flo's thoughts on his channel called Nightwing Stan. Not Nightwing Dick Grayson, not Nightwing Jason Todd, not Nightwing Bruce even. Nightwing Stan. Big shout out to Flo Dameron. I'm excited to see what he's got. He's been tracking that for a while. So I hope you like it, buddy. Hope you enjoy it. Going to read Absolute Flash. I'll give it 2 issues. Putting reservations on it already. Very impressive. Very impressive. Aggressively Relaxing, throwing those custom emojis. Remember, you get access to those by hitting that join button, becoming a channel member. I'm going to give Absolute Flash a read. There we go. Got a lot of people. Can't wait for Hush Tua. There we go. Alan, yeah, LOL is right. That's a funny thing. You're going to skip Flash. Get out of here, man. Getting Flash, but won't bother with Green Lantern and certainly not Martian Manhunter. That art hurts my eyes. Ooh, that's fair. The Martian Manhunter one is very abstract, and it's the biggest departure from what we know. It's most certainly the biggest departure from what we know and expect from said character. Lay off the crack, Alan. Exactly. Yeah, and I think with Martian Manhunter, they have the most room to do that with. Can't say I'm more interested in Absolute Martian Manhunter. Yeah, and that's one of the cool things I like about this, man. So many different tastes coming into play here. But let's take a look at this solicitation. I'm going to read the solicitation. Jeff Lemire, Nick Robles, speed into the Absolute universe without a mentor, without the family, without the Speed Force. What's left is the Absolute Scarlet Speedster. Yo, very, very interested in this. I got to put it out there. The Absolute Flash suit looks god-awful. There's no getting around that. The Absolute Flash suit looks ridiculous. Clayton Crane, one of the most premier artists in the game, made it look cool barely. Barely. The only good thing this suit has going for itself is the hair out the top. Wally West should have his hair out the top of his suit all the time. All the time. When you're making Clayton Crane struggle to make something look cool, what are you doing? Now, that's my thoughts going into this. My man's rocking a crop top to fight crime. I don't get it. But it looks like it could be having something to do with the story. If that being the case, I'm not sure if this is going to be the outfit forever. If this is just like something that he puts on that's available to him. After you read it, you'll understand a little bit. And I'm not sure where it's going to go. But we'll see. I got to tell you, I love this issue. I really enjoyed this issue. As far as trying to rank it against the Absolute Trinity, I have a hard time doing that right now because we've gotten 5 issues, 6 issues of each of those. We really get to we have a big understanding. It's hard to take myself back to that first impression of those books, having so much information. It's been 6 months now. But my first impression of Absolute Flash, I was absolutely satisfied by the end of it, and I was absolutely ready for issue number 2. There's a lot of questions. I got more questions after issue 1 than I did before issue 1, and that's a good thing. That's a good thing. I want to pick up issue 2. I'm interested to see where they go. The solicitation, has me wondering, no family. Well, they're talking about Flash family. We're at the beginning of the Flash here, no Speed Force. Well, what are we going to do with the Speed? Where does it come from? How does he get it? There's a lot of cool questions going to be answered. How far are we going to go away from the original stuff that we're used to with the Speed Force, lightning strikes, all that stuff? What's it going to be? Is it going to be, how familiar is it going to be? And it doesn't look like it's going to be very familiar at all, which I think is a very good thing. It's so far with the Absolute stuff, it seems like what we're keeping is the core of the character. We're keeping the soul of this character, and we're just repainting everything else. And it's worked for Wonder Woman, Superman, and Batman. So I got faith in this. Jeff Lemire is a very good writer. His JSA stuff right now is fantastic. Highly recommend. And I think Flo might be onto something with this. We got a $1.99 super chat. I told you I'm done with this. Give me a hug. Ooh. So big shout out to Flo, the $1.99 super chat. He said, Absolute Green Lantern is losing steam, in my opinion. I have no clue if that's true or not. I don't know what kind of steam you're referring to. The sales numbers for number 1 of Martian Manhunter, Green Lantern, and Flash are all fantastic. They're ridiculously high, made news articles and stuff, but I don't hear people talking excited about Absolute Green Lantern either. I agree in that sense that there's definitely more hype around Flash and more conversation around Martian Manhunter. I think because of how wild it is, but I don't know. I'm a huge Green Lantern fan. Out of the 3 of them, the Green Lantern one, just if you said pick one, Flash, Green Lantern, or Martian Manhunter, I'd pick Green Lantern. But I don't know if I'm as interested in Al Ewing writing this weird cosmic opera. I don't know. I've got to wait and see. We'll see what happens, right? I'm going to have to just see what they do with that. And boom. $2 super chat from the dead man. That's the 5 done. There it is. Boom. That is all 5 super chats for today. That means we got the stretch prize. I'm in on Absolute Green Lantern. That's the reason I decided to only one Absolute Trinity book. Wow, dude, you got to read them all. TJ, you're missing some of the best comics in stores right now. Hard water speed like Jay Garrett. Yeah, we'll see. It's definitely not. But you get a little idea of the smallest of ideas in issue 1. You got the speed from your mom. Not a huge fan of Green Lantern to begin with, so that hurts. Panosian cover is cool, dude. Dan Panosian is crushing it, right? Y'all see what they're gonna do? They're about to put out a later print for Absolute Batman, Superman, and Wonder Woman, a Dan Mora connecting cover with a foil option. I feel like I was hyped for Green Lantern, but now I'm more hyped for Flash and Martian Manhunter. Yeah. I can agree. I think I'm right there with you. And hopefully that plays to its strength. I won't be expecting it to be fa, and it will. Al Ewing's writing, he's a solid writer. Still waiting for the purposes of the absolute universe to move forward. The purpose of which one? The purpose of Superman is to save these people and find himself after the events that took place in the flashbacks issue number 5. The purpose of Absolute Batman is to protect his city, to shut down the Black Mass. The purpose of Wonder Woman was to escape hell and get to the world where Steve Trevor was. All these books have their own standalone purpose. You can't look at the absolute stuff like, why is this absolute? What's the purpose of the absolute universe? To get to experience these characters in a different light. What's up, woman? I got about 10 minutes. Ugh. We had 50 plus years from the golden age without the Speed Force, so the new concept should work. Absolutely agree. 100% there with you. I remember when we started getting into hyper time and all that good stuff. Oh yeah, Fantastic Four facsimile number 3 comes out tomorrow. That means I plan to go to my long distance comic shop. Nice. What? Slap. Green Lantern's the bestest. Need Dan Moore to do covers for the next 3 titles. Yeah, they definitely should, and integrate a way like they're doing the Trinity Dan Moore connecting covers. I hope he plans far ahead where you could connect the next 3 to those same ones. That'd be cool. Just not my favorite. There you go. Absolutely don't know. All right, let's see what the next title is. Yeah, Flash, huge recommendation from me. Flash is a huge recommendation. Oh, all right. Let's see what we got here. World's Finest. Issue number 37. We've been rocking and rolling with World's Finest for 37 issues now, and I've enjoyed it every bit of the way. The mixed Pitilix War thing that they did kind of got a little long in the tooth, but the rest of it has been fantastic. This title right here, so fun. We're on part 3 of this Return to Atlantis kind of story where Jason Woodrue, the Floronic Man, is attacking down beneath the sea and creating different Atlantean factions to war against each other. So you have Superman and Batman and the Boy Wonder teaming up with Aquaman to get to the bottom of it. Classic comic goodness. World's Finest. That's what it is. It takes place in an unspecified time in the past where you get to just go in and tell stories, big crossovers, big events without it affecting the main continuity. So if you're one of those people that modern comics suck, oh, I don't buy modern, World's Finest is literally for you, and you're missing out on some of the best comic stories out there. Highly recommend. Dan Mora used to do all the interiors as well as the covers. Now he still does the covers, but the interiors are done by somebody else, Gutierrez, which are still super duper solid. I think we've been wired to try and get to the conclusion and not enjoy the ride in terms of the comic movie universes. Yeah, and they're moving the absolute world. I mean, if you read enough, you catch it. You have the DC All-In Special with the assumed death of Darkseid and formation of this alpha world, this else world, the absolute world. And then fast forward to about a month ago when they did the Superman Lex Luthor one-shot special where Lex regains his memories because Michael Holt, Mr. Terrific, needed his help to continue the work of designing the technology to access, reaching, and get to this absolute, this else world where Booster Gold went missing. They completed that technology. And then in the most recent issue of Superman, you had Time Trapper at the end of time licking his wounds where the Absolute Legion showed up, which we hadn't seen them since the DC All-In Special number 1. So they're moving the pieces, they're moving the parts, but they're just doing what needs to be done to actually craft a fantastic Elseworld. I was wondering what the dogs are barking at. Mom's here to take Monkey to ballet. I figured he gagged saying that. Hey, Funk Comics, what is going on? Good to see you in here today. What's up? What's up? You should know by now, Scotty, he don't gag on things. I don't know what's happening in the chat. Dan Moore is so underrated. He needs to make them. Yeah, he's really. I don't think he's underrated. He's getting his coming up now. I shared on my social media yesterday the covers for the upcoming Justice League versus Godzilla versus Kong Volume 2. Dan Mora has a cover on there that looks like it's the companion to the issue 1 that he did for the first volume. I'm very excited to snag that. Jorge Jimenez and Dan Mora are 2 of the best from Europe. I love those guys' arts. They are good. They're consistent. Absolutely, Batman 6 was really good. Absolutely agree. Then Dan and Jorge are my current goats. Solid list for sure. But yeah, World's Finest, fantastic. Highly recommend. That's one that's great for just picking up in collected volumes as well. Titans 21 is out this week, not on the pool list. Uh, not even hearing people really talking about it anymore. Tom Taylor's off of it, but it's just that's crazy that Titans they were really pushing that team really hard in the Dawn of DC era, but kind of didn't work out. Batman and Robin Year One #6 is out this week. I have heard nothing but great things about this. I read issue 1 and then decided not to add it to my pool list because there's just too many titles and too many Batman books, and I can always go back and read it on the DC Infinite app. And I need to plan out doing that with 6 issues out. That means I'll wait a couple weeks. I can read the entire first volume. But here's one that is on my pool list. And holy potatoes, this is my #1 favorite ongoing title right now. There's a lot of great comics out right now. There's something for everyone, and that's understating it. But what Rom V is doing in the New Gods, and this is issue 4, but I'm just calling it after issue 3. I'm like, this is so freaking good. It is just next level freaking good. Dude, I literally cheered at the end of reading this, and the way they ended this issue, I'm like, I was literally talking out loud to nobody, excited for the next issue. The level of detail that editorial is paying to their current universe is unparalleled in the history of comics, and New Gods is the example to prove it. Is this beautifully illustrated? We even had Riccardo Federici come in for some pages in the last issue, which was done for context and the storytelling for editorial reasons, which was amazing. This issue right here, so freaking good. Everyone's involved. You know, we ended issue 3, or ended issue 2, really. Issue 3 kind of is the invasion of New Genesis with the death of Darkseid, power vacuum. You know, New Genesis is in trouble. You have people out there wanting to take control of things, you know, the whole New Gods level of characters, and they're pocketed the multiverse and stuff. But New Genesis is being invaded. Orion is hunting down Scott Free and Big Barda to execute their child, thinking it's part of the prophecy that has to go. We have the birth of a new god take place, and the parents are on the run being chased down by authorities. It's just so much happening, and it's all coming to a head already. And the way that they're weaving lore into all of this, and the way that the tone of this is done, it's crazy. I don't know how far in advance Rom V knew he was going to take over this title, but the dude gets it. The dude absolutely gets it. And we get a great flashback at the beginning of issue 4 here. And man, paid tribute and love to Jack Kirby when they did it. I just smiled. I opened to the first page of this book and I just smiled. I'm like, man, thank you. Showing respect, because all the creators these days are standing on the shoulders of giants, and they get to become giants if things go great for them as well. Being they get to start on the shoulders of the one that came before them. But seeing that they showed the love to Jack Kirby in there, and the way that they end this issue, like, I am absolutely pumped. Some of the moments and themes through this book are so cinematic, like you literally can like picture it like a movie playing in your head. Absolutely recommend this one. Absolutely. You get some history on mother boxes in here. The lore for the mother box itself. Need it. It's so freaking good. If you're not picking up this title, go back, get issue 1. Just start reading from there. Get introduced to the New Gods with this run. Let this be the run. So you can say, like, yeah, I was there. I was following along. I read it. I started recommending it to my friends. Everyone needs to get on this title. Anytime I see Riccardo art, it makes me want more Last Gods. You know, so good. That Riccardo page where it was like, you can trap a body, but not a mind. Chef's kiss. Yeah, dude, it's so good. Last Gods isn't just all one thing. I love how Marcus has his own lore and trolls. How you doing, everyone? And Perry, too. What is going on, Tony? Perry, hope y'all are doing good today. Hello. I'm back. The tab completely crashed. Oh, no. I'm glad you're back. Glad you made it. New Gods is my favorite DC series. Yeah, so good, dude. Jack Kirby's Fourth World is next level. I wonder what MJ thinks about New Gods. What is going on? House of L Comics is in the building. What's up, homie? It was cool seeing you with Brian and Izzy doing the comic pack openings. Those things are super fun. I have issues 1 and 3 of New Gods in the old collection. Nice. Burke, you got to pull this title. It's not like a fast food read. It is so good, man. Solid. The keys, yo, a lot more than 1 and 3 are keys for new gods. A lot more. But that's the first. The 1 and 3 is one's a huge key. High Father, Metron, Orion. Lot in there. Light Ray. 3 is the first cover appearance of Dark Side with a little floating head. Well, there's a lot of keys in the first 10 issues, especially. Can you read New Gods if you don't know any of the history? Yes. Great question. And yes, you can, because it's giving you the history. It's giving you the relevant history as it's coming up, kind of thing. And they're called New Gods because they weren't the first gods. And issue number 3 gives you exposition on the old gods, which you don't get a lot. Because all the old gods are dead. Their bodies are on the source wall, but you get some really cool stuff. Really cool stuff. Really good. Highly recommend. Let's see what else we got here. I can't recommend that one enough. I was sad to see that the acetate covers are done. They did 1 through 3 for those. I got G.I. Joe this week. Catwoman, I'm not pulling. Zatanna, issue number 2. I decided I've got number 1. It's going in the Legion loot this month, but I'm not pulling Jamal Campbell's Zatanna. It's a mini series. I'm fine without it. The cool covers, though. I'll be picking up some covers along the way and giving them away for sure. She's a crowd favorite. The Question all along the Watchtower, issue number 5. So I believe that's the last issue of the Question miniseries that ties into all the events at the Watchtower and stuff. I got to go back and catch up with that. This is an important one right here, though. It's been a minute. It's been a while. It's been years. Superman, The Last Days of Lex Luthor, issue number 2. This one's literally been years in the making, but it's Mark Waid and Brian Hitch. Brian Hitch of Ghost Machine, famous comic illustrator currently doing Red Coat. That's where the delays came in for this one. Luckily, they decided not to solicit or sell issue number 2 until issue 3 was done. So they did a reprint of issue 1 2 weeks ago, and now they're putting out issue 2. Issue 3 will be right behind it, but it's kind of like All-Star Lex Luthor. If you read All-Star Superman, you understand the format. He's limited time, kind of going through like all the characters and it's not like greatest hits, but kind of you get a all-encompassing story on Superman and Superman adjacent characters with All-Star Superman. And that's what issue 1 of this felt like. It's been over a year since I read it, but that's what it felt like. I remember that comparison. So I'm excited to get into this. I do need to go back and just flip through issue number 1 to make sure there's not anything important that I'm missing. But Lex on his deathbed, and not deathbed, but he's on his last leg, and seeing what he's doing with that. The solicitation itself reads, the long-awaited second issue arrives. Superman continues his mission to find a cure for what's killing Lex Luthor. When the present has no answer, maybe the future will, but will the Legion of Superheroes help Clark find a cure for a man like Luthor? We'll see. We'll see. Mark Waid, I'll peep it. Definitely looking forward to digging into that. I'm happy that it's an oversized issue. It's one of the Black Label prestige format books. I really enjoy those. I like some a lot, and it's been a while since we had one, so there it is. There it is. Let's see what else we got here. Bug Wars. I know that's been one a lot of people are talking about. There's a Daredevil cover with what looks like female Daredevil and female Muse on there. But here's one that's, man, I know that everyone who's been reading this, and there haven't been a ton of people, but everyone who's been reading this title has been loving this title. Issue 4 is no exception. Out of the 4 of them, I feel like it was kind of the weakest, but we have the story, we have the plot, the challengers of the unknown, who are kind of unique characters in a sense that they all came together over a near-death experience, and with the death of Darkseid, the embodiment of the cosmic force that is death being gone, things associated or adjacent to death are going wild, and the challengers are being affected. And this story is about how they're being affected, why they're being affected, and it's still a bit of a mystery, but I dig it. And we get a guest star in each issue. Last issue was Aquaman. This issue is Green Lantern, and it looks like the next issue will be Wonder Woman, but highly recommend. Definitely just a good standalone story that spins out of the pages of the DC All-In Special number 1. Super digging it. There, you're on the TV. I just got back from the chiropractor. Had my tics removed. Well, that's good. Hope you feel good. Hope you feel better. Nice. Yeah, hope you feel better. Y'all start dropping the hashtag. I see some people are getting it. You know what time it is. Start dropping that hashtag. Also need to know, are we doing an Ollie's pack or a collected volume today? What's the stretch prize going to be? We're going to be moving fast when it's time. Let me pull up this giveaway so it can start collecting names. Start dropping that hashtag. Let's get this going. Because 3 o'clock is a hard stop. Got to go pick up Finn. All right, Challengers of the Unknown. Oh, the Sonic DC crossover. Dude, there weren't even copies hitting the shelf at ABX. A lot of people coming by the store, checking to see if copies will be available. That's going to be a hit. Sonic has got a fan base, man. Ghost Machines Rocketfeller's out this week. I'm excited for that one. Dick Tracy out this week. That's on the pull list. Herculoids 2. I missed that one. I felt like issue 1 just came out. I got to make sure that that's on the pull list. I'm loving the Matina covers for that. There's that Fantastic Four that Scotty was talking about, the reprint. So, yeah, big week. Big week. That's a wicked 2008 cover with Judge Dredd on the far right there. Defenders of the Earth, issue number 5. Man, that one was delayed, but I'm happy to see. I think that's the final issue. The Phantom going head-to-head up against the brother who's going to take his mantle from him and deliver justice his own way, which Kit Walker is not okay with. And he got his daughter under his wing, so a lot of bad blood there. Defenders of the Earth is pretty cool. Pretty cool stuff. Yeah, I think that might be it. Looks like it's going to be it for my pull list for this week. Who knows what else might end up in there. But yeah, y'all start dropping a comment. Ollie's Pack or collected volume? Ollie's Pack or collected volume? You decide in the comment. Oh, no. See if I can get this up. Here gets a little freezy sometime here lately. We got one for Ollie's. One for Ollie's. Ollie's. So it's going with an Ollie's pack today. That's what it is. I see a lot of Ollie's packs in there. That's what we'll do. That's what we'll do. All right. Let me pull the giveaway again. So get your very own copy. Absolute Flash number 1, the foil goodness. And Zatanna number 2, the David Nakayama variant. So we're going to spin this, and I'll holler at Monkey to come draw these cards. And then we'll throw an Ollie's pack in there with it. Got the Ollie's pack. Got the cards. This is what you could win. Ollie's. Get your adverbs here. All right. How many people are in the giveaway? 33. How many people are watching? 47. Doesn't look like it has everybody. You got about 10 seconds. 10 seconds to drop the hashtag again. Make sure your name is not the name that it didn't pick up. We're doing the Ollie's pack. All right. Good luck to everybody. You know the rules. Free shipping in the lower 48. If you're outside the continental United States, you can either pay for shipping or you can prize tag somebody. If you're a channel member, it's free shipping worldwide. Let's get ready to spin this bad boy. And here we go. Good luck to everybody. It's spinning. Let's see who the winner is. Hold on. Oh. Lisa won. Tell her congrats. Congratulations. Yeah. See, there's her little picture. All right. Let me take that off there. All right. Remember, 3 cards. 3 cards. Look, she's trying so hard to peek. There's one. You got one of the HRO cards. That's cool. One of the HRO cards. Yeah, I'm just going to put it down here where you can pick them. Is it easier? She won't do it blind. She's got to make sure she gets at least one girl card. She's a big fan of girl cards. You want those 3? You like these 3? All right, show her. Show her what you won. You got Phobia. Good. Then you got the Shazam or Black Adam movie card from the DC HRO cards. And then you got other side. Flip it over. Nightwing. So you got those going with the Absolute Flash, Zatanna, and we'll throw in an ABX Conks and Games sticker in there. And a big shout out to them. And thank you them for sponsoring the giveaway. We got the Ollie's pack with Batgirls on there. So thank you, everybody. Again, as a reminder, don't forget that tomorrow, if you're not a channel member, this video will be up at 2 p.m. Really appreciate everybody checking it out, leaving some feedback on it so that DC can read the feedback and take your comment into consideration. I appreciate everybody watching. Appreciate everybody coming by and hanging out today. 8:30 on Sector's channel. We'll be live with Jeremy Adams talking his current Green Lantern and Flash run. So make sure you check the description. You can find Sector's channel in there. Subscribe to Sector's channel. I do content over there and over here. And that's going to do it for today. Until next time, as always, I'm Mark. This is Monkey, but we are Legion.
All that ends right now!